How do you reward player behavior that adds to the overall experience of the table? When players elevate the session through exciting, sincere, or inventive play, what are you supposed to do? These are two excellent questions that frequently come up for GMs seeking to up their game, and there are many potential answers. But rather than discussing it at length or attempting to quantify each ethereal piece of great gameplay, Index Card RPG suggests you give your players a coin, more specifically, a hero coin. But what is a hero coin? Well, a hero coin is a token used in ICRPG to celebrate moments of excitement and creativity by the players. As those moments pop up throughout a session, the GM can reward players with a hero coin. Once you've received a hero coin, giving it back to the GM allows you to either re-roll any of your die rolls or add a d12 to any of your die rolls. In games where the dice are being fickle, the ability to re-roll is a hefty boon indeed. But there are a few extra rules for these coveted resources. The first is that each player may only have one hero coin at a time. No hoarding is allowed. The second is that they are shareable. At any time during play, a player may give their own hero coin to another. And that's it. Hero coins are simple resources that reward players for contributing to the game in a positive way. And despite their simplicity, it quickly becomes apparent how this exchange between players and GMs changes the dynamics at the table. Players start seeking out ways to earn them, which in turn adds more and more to the game. But as your players start seeking these hero coins out, a few questions around how exactly you can earn hero coins might crop up. They appear to be pretty subjective rewards based on the disposition of the GM, and that's because they are. It's up to the GM to determine when a hero coin is earned, but that doesn't mean there aren't rough guidelines to help each GM determine what works for them. Boiling it down, you can give a hero coin for anything. Anything you think is cool or merits a cheer or makes the game that much more fun. For me, that looks like natural 20s, or when players make choices based on their character and not always on the situation or meta knowledge they might have. If a player can make the table laugh in a positive way, are committed to role playing, push through adversity, or if they want to help their friend or an innocent NPC that was in danger, any of those reasons would merit a hero coin from me. And that's just a few suggestions. I'm sure you can think of many more. But regardless of the reason you hand them out, try to remember why we're handing them out in the first place. It's to reward play that makes the game better, for you and the entire table. If you use that as your guiding light, you'll find all sorts of reasons to hand out a hero coin. Now, let's turn things back to you as a GM, because even though hero coins are a simple part of the game, it still adds one more thing to your plate. You're already tracking player turns, monster actions, the session pacing, and a slew of other elements. So, how can you remember to hand out things like hero coins when players do something awesome? Well, I struggled with the same issue when I first started learning ICRPG, and what worked for me was keeping a physical pile of hero coins nearby. Before every session, I would count out a stack of coins or dice equal to the number of players in the game. As I handed out a hero coin, I would literally give the player the coin if we were playing in person, or I would take a coin off the stack if we were playing online. This would give me a clear visual of how many hero coins were in my pool versus out amongst the players. If I saw that the majority of the coins were still sitting by me, I tried to focus in on cool moments that I could grant a hero coin. It was like a personal game of hot potato, where I didn't want any of the hero coins in my pool. Additionally, I wasn't tracking exactly who had hero coins, so that no matter when something awesome would happen, I would award a hero coin and then ask if they already had one. If they did, they would just tell me, but we'd still take a moment to celebrate together that they would have earned one otherwise. And that brings up a good point about hero coins. Since players only have one hero coin at a time, what do you do when players hold on to them and are hesitant to use them? As a player, you never know when you might need a hero coin, so it's tempting to hold on to them for some unforeseen moment to safeguard against calamity. But this mentality limits the flow of hero coins throughout the session. The answer to this conundrum lies in two parts. The first is fostering an environment where hero coins are bountiful and plenty. I try to hand out hero coins like candy and to show the players that there is always another hero coin just around the corner, so don't be afraid to use them. If players see that you are liberally handing them out, then they will more freely spend them since they aren't a rare commodity. The other method to shaking loose any hero coins is to give them plenty of reasons to use them. The oath of the Game Master reminds us to be a terror to behold, and that's what we'll be. Crank up the danger and place complex problems in front of your players. A combination of danger and complexity can encourage your players to pull out all the stops as they fight for survival and use everything they have, including hero coins, to make it out alive. After a few sessions of being over the top with how many hero coins you hand out and turning everything to 11, you might see that players will turn hero coins in as fast as you can give them away. Now, I want to mention a little caveat I add to hero coins in my own games, as well as a potential alternative or supplement you could also consider while thinking about hero coins. Like I mentioned, hero coins allows you to re-roll or add a d12 to any die, which are already two awesome things, but I add a third option. If you have a hero coin, you can turn one in and start a conversation with the GM about something super awesome you want to do, something that goes beyond what might be reasonable for a normal turn. This can be a super awesome move you want to try and pull off, or some way you'd want to manipulate the moment. I say start a conversation because handing in a hero coin doesn't automatically guarantee a success, but it does open up a line of dialogue and a cost for attempting a player idea that I as a GM may never think of, or could dramatically change the scene. Together, we'll work out what the player wants to do, and I'll establish what it will take, and then we'll see if it happens. Maybe it will take a roll, or maybe it will just happen. Either way, we'll talk through all of that as the player turns in their hero coin. This idea came from Surge, which is a mechanic from Alex Alvarez's Altered State, and something that you could also include in your games, either as a replacement for hero coins or in addition to them. Essentially, all players start every session with 4 d8s known as Surge dice, which represent Surge capsules in the world. At any point, a player can burn Surge capsules to add their results to any other die results, soak damage, or bend the rules of movement and what's possible. You can see that they share a lot of similarities with hero coins in what they can do, but unlike hero coins, you can't trade or share them with each other. They're yours to keep and use as you see fit, and they refresh back to 4 at the beginning of every session, so it's best to use them. Plus, there is no limit to the number of Surge you can spend on a single turn, so feel free to spend all 4 on an explosive display of pure awesomeness. What I love about Surge Dice is that players start out with a resource that can push them to take chances or safeguard against misfortunes. It takes some of the load off of ensuring you're handing out enough hero coins too, and it promotes this spend your resources mentality from the players. So whether you decide to use hero coins, Surge capsules, or both, hopefully you have some ideas on how this simple mechanic can be used to celebrate players and their creativity. I know that tossing out a hero coin as we cheer and laugh together is a highlight to every one of my games, so definitely give it a shot in your next game. If you want to see hero coins in action, you can check out some of my recorded games, or if you want to know more about other aspects of ICRPG, check out these videos.